We're in the galley of our Teardrop trailer, and I'm looking at making another upgrade. This light, it works. I don't have a big problem with it. It's a little difficult to find these touch points when it's dark. It has a range of different brightness and color by touch switches, and I have colored these to a red on half of the LEDs, and you hold the power button down to switch from white to red. And it takes a few seconds, and one of the things that I'm not real keen about is I tend to look up at the light when I'm making the adjustments, and then I get blinded by the light. By the time I've switched from white to red, it's already affected my night vision. But I found a new fixture, and I've already modified the LEDs, so 50% now are red, and this one works with a tactile type switch, which I'm going to just try it out and see what I think. It's a slightly lower profile, thinner, but it's essentially the same size, and it's very simple to install. It's just 2 wires. First thing is to remove the covers, and they just push and slide over, drop down. The next step is to remove the 4 fasteners. The new fixture came with fasteners, so I don't think I'll be reusing these. And at this point, it would be a good idea to disconnect the power. Use the battery shut off. There's no danger of being shocked with this low voltage, but it could blow a fuse if the black and red wires happen to connect. It seems to never fail that I get started in a project like this and I need another tool. This is just a compact little toolkit that we carry in the Teardrop trailer, and I don't know how many small repairs and improvements I've done that just what I have here in this little kit is all that's needed. It's just something, I bought a basic kit, but then added and pulled out things that I knew I wouldn't be using, and then I added a lot of little tools that I thought would be very handy. So you can look for that in the description of the video, or visit Teardrop Camp News, and you will find tips and things like this toolkit. So in this case, it's a pair of needle nose pliers to reach up into the hole and just ease out the wiring that's been tucked up inside. Okay, and here we can see red is going to red, and in this case the neutral is white, and using a black wire. The new fixture is color coded as well. As you can see, there are several pre-existing holes because this is not my first upgrade. My original upgrade was a popular video, but recently it was brought to my attention that this fixture that I used for the upgrade is no longer available, and it appears to have been replaced by a little better technology. Just need to disconnect the neutral and the positive. There we go. And then I'm going to simply twist the leads together. There's different ways that this connection could be made. I have crimp connectors, but this I think is a real solid way to make the connection. I have a small wire nut, spin that on nice and tight. and then connect the red lead, twist these to make the connection, and then add the wire nut, spin it till it's nice and tight, and that's a good positive connection. I'll add a little bit of electrical tape just so that vibrations won't have a chance to ever loosen these up. But this is nice if you think it's possible you may want to do, you know, another upgrade in the future, or if you have a problem with this light, it's easy to detach and replace. These are relatively inexpensive, and it's really not worth doing a lot of troubleshooting if the device or the switch or something happens to go bad. So in the kit, I happen to also have a remnants of a roll of electrical tape. I don't see the point of carrying a full roll of electrical tape, but I just had a partial roll that I flattened down, and it fits nicely inside of that little case. So we'll take a couple of wraps around the wire, and then extend the wraps up over the nut. Okay. Now, first I want to test this. There we go. Now there's the full white. The brightness can be adjusted. It's nice and simple. And off. And then a second push, and it goes to red and white. A third push, it's red only. And there's full brightness, and you can dim it. I think I'm going to like this. If you've seen my other video, I colorize all of these LEDs simply using nail polish, and it seems to work fine. Over time, you may have to go, you know, rejuvenate and redab the nail polish if it fades, but you know, it does a great job. It's super simple. I used to use some kind of, you know, red film, but I discovered this nail polish trick, and gosh, it's super simple, and you know, anybody can do it. If you don't have nail polish around, you know, it's inexpensive, and it's nothing special. You just go along and dab each LED. You can use yellow, amber, red, or orange, and those wavelengths are less visible to insects. The white is something that is highly visible and attracts insects, so it's a good idea to have at least the ability to switch to all red. Plus red affects your night vision the least, so it's nice if you're walking around camp in the evening to have a red light. It's easier on the eyes and easier to see in the dark. Anyway, that's why I like having a bank of red LEDs. This light comes with two types of LEDs. One is a warm, kind of an amber light, and the other is a very harsh white light. I saved the amber. These are the warm lights. The white light is almost blue. If you're familiar with LEDs, it's very harsh lighting. So those are the LEDs that I colored with the red nail polish. So now I just need to mount this right side up. They're difficult to see probably with a camera, but there are little icons here, and you can distinguish. It could be mounted either way, but you can distinguish what is right side up, or you can look at the circuit board and there's text on the board. The wire needs to fish up into the hole as you mount this on the ceiling in order for the base to be flush. Okay, two of the fasteners lined up just perfectly, but I want one fastener at each corner. So I've selected a small diameter drill bit, and I'm simply going to drill 2 additional holes. Now this cover on the bean trailer is double walled, and there's an air space. You just don't want to drill through both layers, or you'll have a hole in your trailer. So as soon as you feel it go through the first layer, that's it. And it's just that simple. Now we can add the final 2 fasteners. This is something that I'd like to finish off with a hand screwdriver just until it's snug. You definitely do not want to add excessive pressure to a circuit board, so just until it reaches contact and it's snug. It's not going anywhere. Those fasteners are not going to loosen up. So we can add the diffusers. They come with a protective film. They install just like most of these do. It simply drops into a slot, and then they slide inward and click into place. There it is. And there we have it. So it's a long press to shut it off, and it's a short click to turn the light on. I like the look of this new fixture. I like how it's low profile, and it's got a very smooth surface. It'll be easy to keep clean. Another feature that I really like here is that it remembers your last setting. So in our case, most of the time, we want to use the dim red light. So it'll be a click, and that's what I'll get. If I want to brighten that up, you simply hold the lower button in, and it will brighten up, and click and hold it, and it will dim back down, and click again, and it will go to a white light. Looks like I might want to touch up one of the LEDs. If you want to be real fussy about this, once you illuminate, you can go around and see maybe which LEDs could use a touch up. But I think this is pretty great. I really like how this light functions. Like I said, there was nothing terribly wrong with the previous fixture, but you can see, you know, the light panel is just in this small area, where this one has a wider illumination. The thing that really stands out here is that this touch control was just a little more difficult to work, and plus if you're wearing some type of gloves, this is not going to work, whereas these are simply click type switches. The brightness, there's a nice range. There's the white. So at full brightness with white, it's really going to illuminate the back of the trailer, which will be nice when we put in our galley wings that block this area off from the weather. And so that'll be handy. And occasionally we set up our rear tarp and make a little A-frame tent out of this kitchen area. And the white light will be nice for setting stakes in the ground. And then, you know, easy to shut off, and a short click to turn it back on. And there's the range of brightness. You can do it in individual clicks, or depress the button, hold it down, and it will slowly cycle through the dim and bright mode. You can turn it off, the long press, and then a short press will bring it back on to whatever setting that you left off on. The fixture comes with a little user manual. It's nice. It's all in English and easy to read. Honestly, it's not very difficult to figure out by trial and error, but this describes all the functions. The other side gives specifications. The power says 15 watts. I'm sure that must be the maximum amount of power because it's not what it bench tests at, but it will work between 12 volts and 30 volts. It's a nice wide range of voltage. You'll be able to use this with an AGM or a lithium battery. It won't make any difference. It doesn't need to be regulated power. And the lifetime is more than 50,000 hours of use, which is, you know, pretty typical for that type of LED. This is a great little upgrade. The link to this fixture will be in the description of the video. They are currently in stock. I recommend these kind of things, you know, get them while they're in stock. Well, that's it for this upgrade, and subscribe if you want to be notified of future videos or find our channel. I'll be looking forward to the next video, and hopefully it'll be helpful and informative. And that's my goal.